Baltimore Ravens versus Lamar Jackson and the Philadelphia Eagles.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Tonight, we kick off the preseason with a good matchup right out of the gate, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. Bringing them out is one of the most exciting players in the NFL every season. A former MVP, it's Lamar Jackson.
Early part of his career, defenses really had to focus on his running ability, and they still do. But now, he's turned himself into a true dual-threat quarterback. When he plants his cleats in the ground and turns it loose, good things happen downfield.
And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw here taken in by Gesicki. That'll give him 8 that time. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. I have to imagine many defensive coordinators had a sleepless night trying to game plan ways to slow down Lamar Jackson. What do you think is the most effective way to try to do it?
Well, you've got to be a little counterintuitive because normally you're sitting on the wide receiver one, aren't you? But with Lamar Jackson, I'd sit on the tight end. He loves to throw into the middle of the field, loves that position as his #1 target. Take that away and hope you have a corner who can stand up man-to-man against a speed guy on the perimeter.
Punter Sterling Hoffrichter out now on 4th down. Back deep, the former All-Pro Tyler Lockett. This is taken around the 12. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the 5th-year dual threat and former #1 pick in 2019, Kyler Murray.
And when you have a guy like Kyler Murray under center, it not only opens up your playbook, it allows you to draw up even more plays because he's among the best dual-threat quarterbacks in the league and a true playmaker. If flushed out of the pocket, he might even be more dangerous. The next step for him, being able to throw on rhythm and deliver from the pocket.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. There he goes left side. How about this? He's to the 10 and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Kyler Murray, 81 yards. And the Ravens put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop. Second and 7. Moore, the motion man right. A fake on the jet sweep as they run with Cook up the middle. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Now a short one to Gesicki. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
Yeah, they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe, because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
Play action. It's Jackson. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 30 yards there.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field. Pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down. Oh, now a running play here with Smith. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Give him 3 on the gain there, second and goal.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone, but it winds up getting him a few yards.
Second and goal from the 1. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Eagles are an extra point away from taking the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And they take the lead here at 7-6. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Now following the touchdown, Richter to kick off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
The NFL's active leader in rush yards, Derrick Henry. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum big play right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. They're going for it. It's Murray.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Patrick Queen.
And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he put
touchdown, Philadelphia.
Jahan Dotson,
30 yards.
And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. Extra point attempt here still to come. And it's up. It's good. Our score 14-6. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone.
Now following the touchdown, HotWhELS to kick off. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
And now here come the Ravens.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. On the counter, it's Henry. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On play action, it's Murray. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 10. Murray now running left off the option.
And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Block it in motion right. A first down carry for Henry. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Now 2nd and 5.
They'll run it again with Henry. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. The slot man in motion right. On 2nd down, here's Henry. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. To throw, it's Murray. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And the gamble fails. It's incomplete. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on. Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. Jackson now. Setting up the screen for Cook. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
2nd and 6. Now it's Jackson. Complete, it's Dotson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
This is caught. Touchdown. Mike Gesicki, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Eagles have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 15 now. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it all concluded with a touchdown pass to the tight end, Mike Gesicki. Now following the touchdown, Hofrichter to kick off. Well, here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. And the Ravens taking the field. A quick throw out to Lockett. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Murray now on first down. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
And partner, I think this is what long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to bring up second down. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. This 2nd and 4. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Open man is Reed. He's got it. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. The leading rusher in NCAA history from Youngstown State. Here's Julian McLaughlin. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Corral. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Williams is into the end zone for an Eagle touchdown. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Now their 31-year-old running back, Raheem Mostert, and he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
The give is to McLaughlin. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Nice chunky yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. His first catch good for 8 and a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down.
Corral looking to throw it. He'll get that complete to Reed.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Corral. That is caught.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead, and part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd downs. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Mike Gesicki ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Eagles are able to add on to their first half lead.
This is where, as a tight end, you've got to really sell that this is a run. They're going to fake the give, hope the linebackers bite, and here they do just enough. That split second, that's all it takes for that tight end to leak out into the end zone. Touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. A drive that time of 6 plays.
And it all concluded with a touchdown pass to the tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Geno down to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he will have a Ravens 1st down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
They'll fake it. Now Smith.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take over here up near the 40. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives. And you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. Think about the defense right now. Every time they run on the field, they've gone from hoping to intercept a pass to expecting to intercept passes. Their confidence at an all-time high right now.
On the handoff, McLaughlin.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, Corral. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Now Sterling Hoffrichter set to punt.
This is brought in at the 21. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He's been picked off twice in this ball game already, and he'll try to sort things out here as they begin with the first down.
The drive will start with an option going left.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
44 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And maybe the wrong read there, as he's going to go down immediately. He'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Off of play action, here's Smith. That'll be taken in by Damiere Byrd. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 27.
On the option, it's Smith himself.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. Play action. It's Smith. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
And the Eagles are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 16 more on that one and another 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Throwing here, Corral.
Over the middle, complete. It's Wilson. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Here's Corral.
Got a man, that's Trent Sherfield. His first catch, good for 8 and a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. A little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Again, it's Corral. He's got his target. That's complete.
Touchdown, Eagles! Joe Reed, a 24-yard touchdown.
And the Eagles have taken a 5-touchdown lead.
Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting runs. So much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And the route is on here in this first half. Play, 80-yard drive. And it was following the touchdown. Hoff-Richter to kick off. Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Ravens offense now. They get set to head back on the field.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. Mostert hit, and he drops the ball. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And the defense obviously expecting run as well, as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. And now they're in the hurry up. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. Back to you guys in just a minute as we've started the countdown to opening night. Remember, the preseason has shrunk from 4 games down to 3. So just 2 more weeks of preseason action follow this, and then we get it all started on the first Thursday after Labor Day. In our
all
game,
right, Coach,
most of the starters have made their cameo and departed. But plenty of youngsters out there with a lot to gain or lose as we get you right back out to Brandon Guy.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
And he'll run it for about 5, up close to the 40. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. A quick throw, but incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Gardner, I see you reaching for the white flag. Put it down. I don't want you throwing it, but I understand why, because if you do, you're hoping they might actually stop this game, because we're in blowout territory right now. That interception just surrendered any momentum they built up in the locker room during halftime. So game plan, it's in the garbage. Time to try something new in this one.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll bring up second down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do, because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Here's McLaughlin.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
53 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Here's Corral on 1st down.
And he is going to slide to a halt inside the 5-yard. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
On 2nd and goal, here's an option play left. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Matt Corral. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
This is a great decision right here. Out of the pocket to his left, and he knows if he waits too long, the defense is going to be all over him. So he makes a decision to go and wins the race to the pylon.
Extra point attempt to come here. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So this drive spans 7 plays.
It was finished off by Matt Corral, who took it in himself. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Now Gino. And now here is another interception. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Well, they definitely figured out something defensively at halftime, Charles. That's now 2 drives and 2 interceptions here in this third quarter.
And I think the easy thing for us to say is, boy, they made an adjustment, didn't they? Or they showed him something different. I'm not so sure it's that as much as maybe he's just been impatient and forced the ball a little bit. In any event, as you noted, back-to-back interceptions thrown.
On the ground, here's McLaughlin. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now 2nd and 9. Throwing here, Corral. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught.
And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Corral takes a shotgun snap. He'll get that complete to Parkinson.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Back to throw, Corral.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown.
Michael Wilson
from 8 yards out.
And the Eagles have now opened up a 7-touchdown lead. Unbelievable. Well, familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this third quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Point after here coming up. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Just a 4-play drive that time. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. But it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works. And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
15's the mic. 15's the mic. I got 15. I got it.
Here's Smith now on second down. And that is
is incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory.
57 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
They've been running it well all game, and why not? The big guys up front, they're just having a ball, creating monster holes for their guys to run through.
Right, fellas, right. Let's go. Hey, Mike's 15. Mike's 15. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. So the delay of game penalty backs him up. It's now 2nd and 7.
Watch 15. Watch 15. Mike 15. Come to my work. We want it. Come to my work.
Smith going to try and run with it.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And one of the things that makes this play so difficult to defend is that it has so many options to it, and the quarterback has to go through them and fast. Do you hand it off inside? Do you keep it yourself? Do you pitch it to a trailing back? On this play, it's hard to say that he made the right decision because that play was swallowed up for no gain.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback.
And he is going to have a Ravens 1st down. They needed 3. They got 6. Plenty enough for the conversion on 4th.
Throwing now is Gino. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 33.
But to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6th one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile.
They'll start with the option.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field.
He may go.
Touchdown, Philadelphia.